Thanks, Gregor. Blake, what was the difference in your team's start and overall play today, did you think?
I think half of the Calgary game was really good. Half of the first game here was really good. Tonight was a more complete performance. So I think it's a learning experience. I think you're 3 games into a season. You've played 4 games in a year. Trying to kind of figure it back out a little bit. So we got off to a good start tonight. It was nice to get the first goal to play with the lead for a little bit tonight.
We'll go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Ken.
Blake, what's your biggest takeaway from this road trip here?
Oh, Toronto was just a terrible effort by our team. So I think that was a good learning experience. Kind of a reminder of how hard this league is and how hard you got to play night in and night out to give yourself a chance to win. We were just disconnected on the ice in Toronto, just kind of all over the place, and wasn't good enough. So it was a good response the last 2 nights. We really had to battle to make some headway. I mean, Ottawa plays really hard. They're a really hard, young, tenacious team, and they're building an identity themselves. So there's no freebies, in our division, and Ottawa's playing. They're playing hard right now. So it was a good 2 wins for us.
We'll go next to Jason Bell. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Blake, that's a kind of win where everybody gets a piece of it, and maybe Connor will not be happy that he doesn't get the shutout. But can you talk about what he did tonight? Certainly, it makes a save right at the end of the first period on Dadenoff, and then that Paquette save was huge. And then you guys go right back down, Mark scores to make it 2-0.
Yeah, he's quite the luxury to have back there, and we certainly feel he's the top goaltender in the league. Obviously, he showed that last year. So you hate to take him for granted. Some of the saves he makes, you almost expect him to make at this point. And great performance by him tonight. It was nice to see him in top form tonight.
We'll go next to Brian Munz from TSN 1290. Go ahead, Munzie.
Blake, can you just touch upon the wealth of skill? Obviously, everybody knows that you have in your top 6, but whether Kyle was on the line with you and Mark or whether he was on Paul Stastny line, it just hasn't seemed to really turn you guys aside in any way. It has to be comfortable to have as many pieces to the puzzle there you have right now that you did on the road trip.
Yeah, I think you got to have flexibility in your lineup, and you got to have guys have a willingness to slot in different spots, and sometimes the way the game is played and your opponent and your circumstances, things click a little bit differently, and you got to give credit to the coaching staff for putting guys in a position to be successful. Paul made a nice switch last game and sparked our team, and tonight the Stastny line with Copper and Nicky was great. I mean, they could have had a number of goals tonight. They were all over it all night. So it was a great adjustment by the coaching staff, and those guys took advantage of it.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Like, you've been in a lot of scrums in your career, and you used to have a guy that would come flying in off the blue line and lend a helping hand. What's it like to have a 6'7" guy like Logan Stanley kind of on your side when things are getting a little hairy?
Yeah, just the willingness to get in there for each other. That's what I love. The days of those scrums are kind of over with when a game's out of hand, and that's a little bit old school NHL. So there's no issue with that. That's part of the game, and that's a team over there with a lot of pride. They're trying to build an identity and play hard, all the way through the game. So scrums are going to happen. It is what it is, and it's great to have everyone in there and kind of sticking up for each other, and that's what really matters. And honestly, obviously, Stans is a big man and willing to get in there for us, and a great addition to our blue line. And same with Nate Beaulieu, just a heart and soul blue guy that'll do anything for the team. He shows that night in and night out. So those are a couple of guys you want on your side.
And final question to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Ken.
Speaking of guys stepping up, Blake, what were your impressions of the defense corps, young guys stepping in there after missing obviously Dylan and Tucker on this trip? Yeah,
I thought they were really good tonight. I thought you got to give, Josh Morrissey a lot of credit. I think that was the first time he's ever played right D in his entire life. And, unselfishly does it to accommodate Billy and make Billy a better player. And, that's what your top players are supposed to do. And that's what leadership's all about. So great job by Josh stepping up there and giving Billy an opportunity to flourish. And I thought that pairing was really good. They made a lot of really nice, simple plays that made our line, gave our line an opportunity to carry the puck with some speed. And, the other two pairings, they were great the other night and great again tonight. So it was a great performance by those guys stepping up when we needed them.